Kia e-Niro, the energy consumption. Hello friends, welcome to news for first test drive of the all-electric Kia Niro. In this video we are measuring the energy consumption during the test drive. Kia e-Niro uses for charging the connector combo charging socket, which combine ports of AC charging including DC charging of high power. Kia e-Niro today is offered in two versions: a short range just with a capacity 39.2 kWh lithium-ion polymer battery pack and a long range with a high capacity 64 kWh lithium-ion polymer battery pack, on which one we are going to drive.
That you have different levels of recuperation. It's on the left and on the right pedal side, and we are going to test them out because it's possible to brake just with this recuperation pedal.
A girl named Sabrina instructs me. We have a choice of 4 driving modes: normal, sport, eco and eco plus, which differ in energy consumption and power output. Together with Sabrina we are going to drive around 5-8 kilometers for the briefing before test drive. Now we're driving in eco mode, not eco plus.
It's just eco. If you want eco plus,
you
need to push and hold for just 1 to 2 seconds.
This picture clearly shows the difference in different driving modes. And here we see the difference in torque. Each mode has its own features and 3 levels of the regenerative braking. Meanwhile, by the paddle behind the steering wheel, you can choose between 5 levels of energy regeneration: off, level 1, level 2, level 3 and 1 pedal. The difference between all 5 levels of the regenerative braking is clearly visible on this graph. In the lower one, the maximum level of energy recovery is marked in red. It works when you press and hold the left paddle. When you push on the right paddle, the level of energy the regenerative brakes is decreased. An auto regeneration mode is also available, enabling the vehicle to adjust the level of kinetic energy regeneration by itself depending on traffic conditions.
We have the same range before we start to drive.
During the briefing we drove in eco mode with using energy recovery. The driving range remained the same after start. Sabrina leaves me and I'm traveling alone in the direction to the hotel. My route is only 42 kilometers, but I have a plan to increase it. My driving range is 413 kilometers by now. I will speed up the video a bit to save a time. I chose the eco mode and drove as the usual test with the car's heating, ventilation and air conditioning system turned on. And I did not think much about the fuel economy. Suddenly the Tesla Model S appeared ahead. It is a taxi car here in the Nice area. Let's follow him together. Energy consumption increased to 20 kWh per 100 kilometers. I use the regenerative braking before the terminal by all levels, pressing the left paddle. At the maximum level of deceleration by regenerative mode, red color, the G-force is 0.23. Then I accelerate again and the average power consumption increases from 19.9 to to 21.3 kWh per 100 km. As I said before, the regenerative braking technology allows the e-Niro to harvest kinetic energy and recharge the battery pack while coasting or braking, while predictive driving assistance technologies use navigation information to adjust the level of energy regeneration depending on upcoming road conditions. But I tried not to use often the left pedal on the motorway, because the drivers going behind me, seeing my frequent red signals as a brake, don't understand what I'm doing, and they avoid me then. There are no problems with this one in the city. When I left the city, energy consumption fell to 16.8 kWh per 100 km.
The recuperation levels are easy to use in city and roads like that in mountains.
In the mountains, the brake pedal is not needed. You do everything with paddles behind the steering wheel or the accelerator, setting a level of regenerative braking. Very comfortable. For example, I have a set level of energy recovery now, and I work only with accelerator. So, after 48.5 km of the drive, average power consumption was 16.3 kWh per 100 km. And now I'm going back to drive more than 100 km. I drove the same way to the airport.
We're going to airport and back to hotel again. We're going to drive around 120 kilometers, and after that we check the range. Now we have been in airport again and returning to hotel again. The energy consumption 15.9 kWh per 100 kilometers.
E-commute the same style of driving, again the motorway, the city, and the mountains' twisty corners. The finish.
Okay, we have the range 289 kilometers after 132 kilometers drive. The energy consumption is 15.7 kWh per 100 kilometers.
Consumption turned out to be less than it was in the Opel Ampera E at 22.4 kWh per 100 km we tested in Norway, although we drove in a temperature of -5. Early in the morning I returned to the airport again to fly. This time the headlights were activated. I was driving in the normal mode and in the usual style, with accelerations if it was necessary. After 42 km of the way at night, the power consumption was 19.1 kWh per 100 km. Claimed by Kia e-Niro, the long driving range of 455 km looks real. The Kia e-Niro full story is coming soon. Thank you for watching.